Skullcandy has recently introduced a new flagship family of earbuds, calling them the Rail. They claim that these earbuds are the best looking, best sounding, most comfortable, and the most intelligent earbuds ever made. Now that's a very bold claim to make, so you have to wonder, these have to be good, right? Well, let's check it out. Okay, so first things first, there are two versions of the Rail. One with active noise cancelling called the Rail ANC, and the other without, just called the Rail. The model I have here is the one without ANC. I wanted to get my hands on both, but the Rail ANCs were unavailable online and are apparently set to be released in September, according to Amazon. I should have just bought them directly from Skullcandy, to be honest, but with that being said, let's take a look at the design. You can get the Rails in two colors, black and white. Skullcandy decided to go with a stem design for the earbuds this time around. The neat thing here is that they added some transparent plastic on the inside of the buds, allowing you to see the internals, which is really cool, and it gives the buds an old school vibe. It sort of reminds me of the N64s and Macs from the 90s, and it makes me wish that more products will come out with this design. Looking around the buds, we'll see a touch panel for your controls, an LED indicator light, and two visible external microphones. Switching over to the case, it's made from a matte textured plastic with the Skullcandy logo engraved on the front. It features a flip-top design with the hinge feeling sturdy, giving it a nice snapping sound when you close the lid. The unfortunate part is that the plastic used for the case definitely makes it feel cheap. Continuing along, if we look at the bottom, we have an LED indicator light and a USB-C port for charging. The Skullcandy Rails are a bit of a hit or miss when it comes to fit and comfort, for me at least. The first thing to mention is that they're very light. Once they're in your ears, like many other earbuds before them, it's easy to forget that they're in there. I've worn these on my walks and during my workouts, and I did not have any issues with them hurting my ears or falling out. Where the Skullcandy Rails miss the mark is the amount of pressure that's felt when you have them in. You know that feeling you get when you need to pop your ears? Well, it's like that, but it's constant. Again, these didn't hurt my ears, but with the pressure, they were rather uncomfortable to use. I found that I had to take these out every now and then to give my ears a bit of a break. Of course, when you're working out, you're distracted and you don't notice it as much, but the feeling is still there. Of course, everyone's ears are different though, so even though I felt the pressure, that doesn't mean you will too. So just keep that in mind if you're looking into these. The Skullcandy Rail are rated for up to 9 hours of usage with an additional 33 hours of the case for a total of 42 hours. In my test of listening to music at 50% volume, I started the day off at 9 a.m. and I was able to make it to 3:38 p.m. for a total of 6 hours and 38 minutes. Quick charge is available here with 10 minutes giving you an extra 2 hours of playtime. Wireless charging is not available here because that is reserved for the Skullcandy Rail ANC. The biggest feature included with the Rail is their Skull IQ technology. This is just basically voice control. The good thing is these controls are available in multiple languages, so they are accessible to a lot more people. You're able to control a wide variety of things like your media, your transparency mode, you can summon your voice assistant, you can access your Spotify, and even take a picture. All you have to do is say the magic prompt and then the command. This feature does work well, but I found that you have to speak loud and clear or else it won't activate. Honestly, I find this feature to be more so of a gimmick. Yeah, it's fine and all, but once I was done testing it, I just resorted back to using my phone or the touch controls. Speaking of which, touch controls are present here and are located right on the Skullcandy logo. Provided you hit the right spot, the controls are very responsive. Not only that, but they are fully customizable too. You have the option to customize 1, 2, or 3 taps as well as a press and hold, and you have the option to choose things like your play and pause, skipping or going back a track, your volume control, turning transparency mode on or off, quick access to your Spotify, or even taking a picture. You can use either earbud independently, but keep in mind that the controls resort back to the default settings when you do. Find My Earbuds is available here in the form of Tile. You do require the Tile app and an account for this to work, but once you're set up, you're able to locate your earbuds if you happen to misplace them. Skullcandy also offers a personal sound setting. With this feature, you complete a hearing test to optimize audio to cater specifically to you. So basically, the earbuds play tones at different volumes and you just have to hit the toggle when you hear the sounds. This is something that's also available on other earbuds. I put it to the test and you do actually notice the difference when your personal sound is on. For my results, I felt like the mids were emphasized a bit more and the volume was turned up a bit, which is cool. But I feel like you can get very similar results by playing around with the onboard equalizer. For connection, Bluetooth 5.2 is present here, and as you expect, there were no issues connecting it to my phone, and I did not experience any loss in sound when walking around my 2-bedroom apartment or on my runs. A water resistance rating of IP55 is also present here, which means they can withstand light splashes of water from any direction. And in my water test, they continued working without any issues. Multi-point connection makes its way to the rail, which will be a plus for a lot of you. You're able to connect up to 2 devices at a time, and it works really well. For this, I connected the rail to both my iPhone and my iPad, and I was able to switch between them without any issues. All you have to do is press play on a device and it will switch accordingly. You don't even have to press pause on the music first, which is something that you have to do on other earbuds, so that's definitely a plus here. As mentioned before, this is the model without ANC. What these do have, however, is transparency mode. Noises coming in did sound natural, but I found the transparency mode to be fairly quiet. When I went out for my walks, I felt that the music had to be at a low 30% volume in order to be able to hear my surroundings comfortably. On the plus side, there is no white noise present here. Just like the Skullcandy mods before them, the rails come equipped with a clear voice smart mic in each earbud, which uses AI to isolate a person's voice and reduce background noise. I made a couple of phone calls. I had my AC, a fan, as well as my TV running in the background. During the first call, I was told that I sounded loud and clear and that the noises from my fan and AC were barely noticeable. Once I turned my TV on, it was a different story. I was told that conversations on my TV were coming in fairly loud, and in some cases they overpowered my own voice. During the second phone call, it was very similar to the first. I was also told that I sounded loud and clear and that the noises from my fan and AC weren't noticeable. With the TV sounds, they said that they were aware that there was background noise, but they just couldn't tell what it was. Calls came in through both earbuds, but only the left earbud was able to pick up my voice. So this leads me to the mic test. As always, I'll let you guys be the judge. Okay, so here we are testing out the microphones on the brand new Skullcandy rail. As always, as you can see, I have my iPad playing coffee shop noises right in front of me at around 50% volume to give that real world feel. So I'm going to go ahead, I will test out each microphone. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Now I will go ahead. I'll turn this off here just to give you guys an example as to what these microphones sound like in a quiet environment. Let me know what you guys think. When it comes to sound performance, I found the rails to sound very similar to the mods, and that's a good thing. The only difference here is that the rails are a bit more bass heavy. With that being said, right out of the box, the sound signature is well balanced with mids being the highlight here. Bass can get very deep and in some instances, depending on the song, can have a rumbling presence. Highs are subtle but should be noticeable enough to be picked up by most people. Audio separation is really good and you're able to tell where certain instruments are being played around you. While watching media like Crunchyroll or YouTube videos, I did not experience any delay in sounds. For gaming, I played some more Genshin Impact on my iPad and I found these to be okay. With how deep the bass gets, things like explosions, sounded really deep, but the overall sound produced wasn't as full as a pair of traditional headsets, which is expected. If you're in a pinch and you need something to say not bother the people around you, then these should get the job done. For the price, the Skullcandy Rail produced a sound signature that most people should be happy with. Speaking of which, just how much do the rails cost? I paid the full retail price of $99 Canadian or $79 US. This is not a bad price, especially for a flagship pair of earbuds. The only problem is that the price puts them in a very competitive segment in the market. There are a lot of really good earbuds around this price point, so it's worth doing your research if you're looking to get a pair. So at the end of the day, would I recommend buying, shortlisting, or passing on the Skullcandy rails? For most people, I'm going to say shortlist them. For these to be a flagship pair of earbuds, Skullcandy is definitely moving in the right direction with the amount of features you get here. I do have my concerns though. For one, I can't get over the pressure that's felt when you have them in. It's something that really takes away from what could have been a good package. But again, that could just be me. The second thing is that these non-ANC version of the rails are very similar to the Skullcandy mods. They both offer similar features, but the mods are not only cheaper, but they're also more comfortable and they offer better battery life. 3 things that make me prefer them over the rails. I'm not saying that the rail are bad because they're not, but again, it's worth doing your research before making that purchasing decision. Thanks for watching. Remember, there is also the Skullcandy Rail ANCs available too, which are one step above the non-ANC version. So if you want me to review those as well, feel free to let me know. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and slap that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment box down below. If you want to keep seeing more honest reviews like this one, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. That's it for me, guys. As always, I'll catch you on the next video.